wonderfully done. Ericka Clinton, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's short people. Growing up, my dad was my world. He was the smartest person I knew. He was articulate and had this loud, booming voice. And he always presented himself in this way that I would call smartly dressed. Pressed shirt, pressed pants, hard shoes. He was a man of great faith. He taught me to pray, and he would say, "Ericka, you pray for attributes like strength, courage, perseverance, not things." He was a very generous person. When I was 17, he was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, and he needed to have a heart transplant. When the doctors told us that his new heart would fail in 7 to 8 years, I asked my dad, would he get another heart transplant? And he said, "No, darling, I wouldn't take that gift from another person." My dad died January 5th, 1998, just a few months shy of his 7 years. I was devastated at his loss. I thought God had let me down, and at his funeral, I prayed for the last time. 3 years later, I'm working as a massage therapist, following in my father's footsteps, helping people. On 9/11, I'm giving a massage as the attacks unfold, ending my session as the South Tower falls. I knew I needed to put on my hard shoes and get to work. So on September 13th, I made my way into the city and I went to my second home, my school, the Swedish Institute, to see where massage therapists were needed. They sent me to the West Side Highway Relief Center, where I organized other massage therapists, and we stretched and massaged any of the tired bodies that came our way. After a few hours, a few of us were asked to go to Ground Zero, to the 1010 firehouse. We were told the fire department needs us. I was filled with an adrenaline rush at the idea of being needed, but also concerned about the unknown of what we would face, how we'd be perceived, and if we could help. The journey to Ground Zero was long, filled with a lot of stops and checkpoints along the way, and each wait and delay slowly curtailed my excitement into fear about what was to come. I get to my last stop before Ground Zero, which is Pace University, and now the unknown has overwhelmed me as I can literally hear my heart beating. I look around at the space of the office workers who we had just kind of invaded into their world, and I could tell they had fled, grabbing all of their personal belongings, leaving behind only push bins holding up nothing. And now I'm having trouble breathing. An Army Ranger comes to escort us to Ground Zero, and we leave Pace University and start walking down the middle of Broadway. It's midday, but the sky is gray and dark as if it's dusk. It's so quiet, I can hear the wind blow, and the air is so thick with ash and dust, I can taste it. I look to my right down a side street, and I'm frozen by what I see. Pieces of the buildings, the towers, the tridents on their side, smoke from fires still burning, and I can hear the hum of very large machinery working. The unknown is now known, and I am scared. As we approach Liberty Street, I'm pulled out of my stupor by the sound of a voice. And I stop to listen more intently, and I realize the voice that I'm hearing is my own, and I'm praying. Please, God, give us the strength to do our work well, the courage to face whatever's in front of us, and please keep everyone down here safe. As we entered the tent house, the firemen welcomed us with open arms. All of those fathers and mothers brought us right into their family from the moment they met us. They let us try and ease their physical pain. They gave us the shirts off their backs when we were cold, and they shared with us the stories for them of 9/11 and for all of those that we lost. They were extremely gracious in time of great stress and heartache, and so thankful when we did our job, which was so much more than massage in those early days. I missed my dad even more then, but I was thankful that he wasn't around to see the tragedy. I don't think he could have tolerated it. I think it would have hurt him too much. But it gave me great solace to know that he was up in heaven doing his work, welcoming, shaking hands, supporting all of those new arrivals, while I was down here doing mine. And I knew that I wasn't scared anymore. Whatever work needed to be done, I could do. So thank you, Daddy, and thank you.